Hey YouTube, it's Aimee, Keto Maniac. I am in the car, obviously driving. We have some bad weather that's kind of hit, and it's kind of like you're not really sure if it's sleet or not, and then it's also like 6:30 traffic, and so I'm in a line. And I'm stuck, and I'm just trying to accept that fact, and so I thought I would say hi to you guys. Today was my first day back at work trying for the full-on carnivore. Robert made me sausage this morning. That was probably the only thing that I was kind of bummed about, is I did not do my full normal, what's it called? Intermittent fasting, because that sausage was talking to me. It was talking to me, and it was so delicious. So I had sausage, I had my coffee, and then I also had, we have a Keurig machine at work, and somebody had just left extra Keurig cups on the microwave. And so I had one, and it was butter, I don't know if it was butter pecan, or if it was just like some other kind of sweet buttery thing happening. But that is what I had, and it was really tasty. And Robert was talking about the fact that, bulletproof is not the Keurig, it's not really one source. The fact that it's flavored isn't good. So what is the deal? Are you guys knowledgeable? Do you know? I mean, I know obviously it's not one source. It's got probably multiple sources because it's got the flavoring. But when they flavor coffee, and it's just coffee, what is it that they put in there? Is it in the roasting process? Is it adding calories? Does anybody know? I mean, it was a Keurig cup, so it didn't have like nutritional value on it. So I'm curious, because it was really, really tasty. And like, if there's no additional like calories or anything, I might just convince myself to get some regular beans that are, maybe vanilla. That would be nice. Because it wasn't overly sweet, but it was sweet enough that it had just a really great flavor. I really liked it. So I would like to do that. We will see if that is something that you guys know anything about. That would be good. Other than the sausage, I had a bulletproof coffee for breakfast, and then I had a bulletproof coffee for lunch too after the sausage. And the really interesting thing is, on when I've been doing more carnivore, I'm just not really hungry during the day. I mean, I started to get a little bit hungry around 3, and I finished up my coffee, and I had water. I drank a lot more water today than I normally do too, which is really good. We did like a kickboxing workout today, so it was pretty intense. So I drank probably 32 ounces at work, which is, I haven't been doing great on my water intake, if I'm honest. I had a little bit of salt. And for dinner, I think he made some beef ribs yesterday. So we're going to heat those up and have some ribs. And then we have a roast. So one of those two things we'll have. I don't think that the butcher box is going to get here till Friday. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but whatever, it is what it is. So other than that, I think we're both starting to feel a little bit better. But when we went to Golden Corral last night, today I definitely gained. I think I was at 196 something. So, I mean, yeah, I followed. Robert actually had a couple of gummies, like the sugar-coated gummies. I'm like, baby, what are you doing? But they were like really, really small. They weren't like a normal sized. They were more like, not jelly bean, but gummy bears. So like sugar-covered gummy bears is pretty much what he had. They did like 4 of them. And then we had some fruit. I don't think I actually had any vegetables at all. I had several different kinds of meat. And I felt really full, like really full. And it was funny because I think I was like arguing with myself pretty much, like, you're full, but I want to eat. I mean, I'm really glad that my situation happened so quickly, but dang it, I want to eat. I came to an all-you-can-eat buffet for a reason. So, that tendency is definitely still there. So, but I actually feel like mentally a lot clearer. Kind of honestly like I did when I first started on keto. Just like a really clear head. And nothing really hurts. I mean, I was sore from exercising, but that isn't keto related, other than having energy to do it. But yeah, I feel like my brain is clearing up a bit. Maybe I'm getting in enough fat and stuff so that it's working appropriately. I'm still really curious because I was talking to Robert, and I have not had, I was taking calcium religiously. My doctor told me I had to have it religiously. So calcium, vitamin D3, I had like a whole regimen of pills that I took. And like only one of them was actually a medication. Everything else is a vitamin. And when I started to kind of dabble in carnivore, a lot of the research, YouTube research and stuff that I had been paying attention to, and even like some of the doctors that the ketos love, they talk about the fact that these supplements are just not good, not good. And so I'm at the front of the line, yay, gotta wait through one more line. So, and they, flat out say not to have the vitamin D, not to have the calcium, that you have to get it another way because that stuff is really bad for you. And I've been really nervous because I used to have these really weird symptoms if I didn't take my calcium religiously. Like if I missed 2 or 3 days, I would start to have these symptoms, like kind of shaky on the inside, really like flighty in my head. And I noticed since I kind of changed the way that I've been eating that I've stopped having those symptoms. And so I was like, So I stopped taking my calcium. I stopped taking my vitamin D. I have them all sitting at my desk, but I haven't taken them. And I'm not having those symptoms. And I find that very strange. I don't really know what it means, but that's where I'm at right now. Oh my gosh, we're actually moving. This is exciting. I have to go see my doctor for my thyroid medication because I don't have a thyroid and I have to take thyroid supplement. And when I go, what I'd like to do is have him do a complete panel on me, as much as my insurance will pay for. Like calcium, check my all the different thyroid levels, check my vitamin D. I was thinking about asking if I could come in and do like a blood glucose level, all of that kind of stuff. Because I feel like that will give me a good indication of how my body is faring. Because one of the things that they talk about in carnivore is that when you stop eating all of the fibrous vegetables, that your body doesn't need fiber in order to digest the fiber. And it does, so it's like there's a lot of different things that are that are happening behind the scenes that your body is like trying to compensate for the extra strange food that it's trying to digest in the way of vegetables. I mean, I'm just telling you what they tell me. I find it interesting, and I'm more than willing to experiment on myself. I'm not asking anybody else to do it with me. So this is just something I've chosen to do. So anyway, they talk about it, that the vegetables and stuff is because our stomachs aren't really designed to do that. That all of the other vitamins and minerals are kind of having to be adjusted inside our bodies in order to be able to digest those foods. But when you take those foods out completely, that your whole entire process changes and like streamlines. You don't need as much fiber. You don't need as much calcium. You don't need as much like thiamine or something like that. I mean, like almost all of them are adjusted naturally. And much, I guess, of the nutrition that you need is also in the meat if you eat nose to tail. Now you have to eat, excuse me, you have to eat like the organs and stuff because they're very nutritionally valuable to the situation. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of ice. And when we were at the, hang on, don't let me get distracted here a minute. When we were at Golden Corral, I'm confused. They had liver, chicken liver. Oh, that's why, because I need to turn here. Okay. So I had some chicken liver, and I didn't hate it. Rob hates it. It didn't bother me. I was fine with it. So I had chicken liver. I had several different kinds of meat. So I don't know if it's that or if it's something else, but I feel really good today. I feel clear-headed. I don't feel inflammatory at all. My brain fog is non-existent. And I don't want to get my hopes up too much, although I really, really do. But I feel like my memory's improving. And that would make me really happy. Really, really happy. Now, the next thing that I'd really like to see is my teeth improve. And then there will be a chorus of angel hallelujahs happening. That will just have to happen. We'll just have to. I might do it on here. I might do it at home. I don't know. Because one of the things I'm learning a lot, like with vegans and stuff, is that they have huge teeth issues. Huge teeth issues. Because they're not getting enough nutrition. So if I could improve my teeth at 44 by not, going through the barbarous, I don't even know how to say it, barbariousness, how about that, of the dental field. No offense, apologies if you're a dentist out there. It's a little bit barbaric. So if I could actually get the improvement that I want on my teeth without having to go to the dentist and have them poke and prod and break and scratch and all that crap, that would be awesome. Like the old school way. Oh, that would be amazing. I have a couple of issues in my mouth already, and so just having, again, I'm more than happy to experiment on myself. That's the deal. Well, I have finally arrived at my destination. I am moments from turning. I'm going to go into CVS. I'm going to get some cough drops. I'm going to get some toilet paper. And I'm going to get a movie. And then I'm going to try to go home. So, these are the things that are going on in my head right now. I'm still, obviously, as you can tell, a little bit under the weather. But I'm improving. I feel better today than I certainly did yesterday. So, I'm happy about that. So, yeah. I'm going to just continue to try to do 100% carnivore. That's my plan. I had ordered some stuff from Amazon. So I got some pilly nuts. And I got Lily's chocolate chips. And I made some amazing fat bombs. Oh my good golly, Miss Molly, they were good. Whew, I love chocolate chip fat bombs. It's like I feel like I'm cheating, 100% cheating, and I could just eat the whole package. So good. Chocolate is definitely one of those triggers for me. No doubt in my mind. Okay, well, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for all your support. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and hit the like. Give me some comments. Give me your thoughts on my crazy journey. And we'll chat you next time. Bye, guys.